had, not you, but I had another call with another team to give my statement, and then I received this one also to appear.
So prior to the call, there was a summons that you received
Yeah, the first, yeah, I received first someone,
to
but
meet the investigators.
yeah,
All right, then you received the subsequent summons to appear today.
yeah,
And in the during your interaction with the investigation team, you managed to develop a witness statement.
yeah,
I'm assuming you've gone through the statement and you agree with the content of the statement, and they're all your words.
yes,
You also submitted a few documents.
yes.
Okay. Honorable Chair, I'll apply to tender the documents submitted by the witness, including the witness statement. The witness statement to be FD1. Yes. Documents dated the 28th day of October 2017, captioned request for public notice announcement as FD2. Another letter, this time dated the first day of February 2019, captioned request for public notice announcement. This one would be FD3. And finally, the document dated the 10th of October 2018 to be marked as FD4. Great, Mr. Rami, let's get to it.
I
So, sorry, go on.
I did. I don't know if the ones you listed included the one I submitted with my statement, but also when the investigators, I did submit some copies of receipts. They were hard copies, though. Someone in the Gambia submitted that to the investigators. Was it yesterday? Maybe Monday, on Monday.
Confirm, and during the course of our conversation, we can then tender it into evidence. If the investigation team can be prompted accordingly. All right. So perhaps, well, yes, Chair. Yeah, the witness has mentioned that a submission was made on her behalf by a third party who is within the jurisdiction, and it was handed to our investigators. So that will be confirmed, and during the course of our testimony, we can then put it into evidence. All right. Mr. Ahmed, if you could go on to give a brief rundown of your professional and academic background, and perhaps your foremost position in the commission in the beginning. Go ahead.
Thank you, Council. I will just start with my BA. I graduated, I attended University of the Gambia, and I graduated in 2015 with a BA, bachelor's degree in Bachelor's of Arts and Development Studies. I got employed by the government of the Gambia in 2015. Did I say I graduated in 2015 and I got employed in 2015 by the government of the Gambia as a planning officer to work at the Ministry of Justice in 2015. And that's where I was working um, until 2017 when I was assigned to the commission. Can hear you. You are muted.
I was just remarking that it seems like you follow instructions very well. That was very brief.
I tried to.
Okay. Let's let me take you back to the beginning of the commission. Were you appointed from inception, or can you elaborate on when you joined the commission?
I joined the commission, I can say when it started, but it's within the first month. It's in 2017. I try to recall, but I can't say like the exact date that I joined the commission, but it's not far from the beginning when it started.
How did you come to work at the commission? Were
I
you given
was
a directive? Were you given a letter? Did someone deploy you there? Please explain.
Sorry, that's my baby cry. I was assigned by the Solicitor General and the legal secretary to join the commission, to work at the commission and support the commission in its work. I was it was the directive was given to me verbally. It wasn't written. But then I reported to the commission upon reporting. Sorry, that might be crying. I hope you're not hearing me.
All right. If you could take, we would allow you to take care of.
No, no, no. Let me just mute and okay.
That's fine. We could
It's
stand down for 5 minutes.
it's fine. I asked someone to take her. So, um,
Yes.
wait.
Yes, I did suggest that to the witness.
Oh,
However, she seems to think that it's fine.
up, upon reporting for duty, the then secretary, Mamadi Kurang, Mr. Mamadi Kurang,
Yes. All right. Miss Brown, the honorable chair is insisting that I be a gentleman and allow you 5 minutes to stand down. And I want to be a gentleman in this.
all right, thank you. I'll be back.
Are you back?
Yes.
All right, just give the committee 2 minutes.
Okay.
Ms. Janneh?
Yes,
All right, can we resume?
yes.
Well, we had interrupted you. You were telling us about the inception, how you received verbal orders from the Solicitor General,
Mhm.
and then upon resuming your office at the commission, that's where you left off. You can take it up from there.
Yeah, the then secretary, Mr. Kurang, briefed me um, on my roles, respective roles and responsibilities. Um, and also I was reporting directly to him.
You are reporting directly to Mr. Alhaji Mamadi Kura.
Yes.
All right. Can you describe briefly those duties and responsibilities?
My primary duties in
Perhaps before you go on to describe the duties, what role were you ascribed?
as assistant secretary.
All right, please
So,
proceed.
okay. My primary roles involve supporting the day-to-day administrative operations of the commissions, which mainly is logistics of the commission. I also help in um, drafting or working on documentations at the secretariat. I also facilitate some assignments um, that the commission needs from the ministry. I also work with the drivers, to help them with whatever tax that they're giving. So it's more my roles were mainly tax driven, and it's based on assignments from my the then secretary.
So the then Secretary, Mr. Alhaji Mamadi Kuran, did in fact delegate specific tasks and responsibilities to you.
Yes.
Were these at an ad hoc basis, or were you supposed to play a specific role throughout the pendency of the commission?
Not specific roles. Like I said, it's broad and it's mainly tax driven. When the tax come, like when he has assignments for me and he assigned them to me, but the main ones that I was doing mostly was the logistics part of it. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm trying to get the day-to-day running of the commission. When they need some things, I facilitate it. When I work with the drivers too. When there are announcements or things to be delivered to the media houses and stuff, I'm there. I'm assigned to it. I work on it.
All right. Can you inform this committee how many departments were or units were in the commission? Just give us a brief rundown of the departments and units. Of course,
Okay.
you had commissioners,
Yes, you
you
have.
had secretariats. Was the secretariat one block or it was broken into different other units?
So the secretariat was one big office, and then it was divided into cubicles, different cubicles, and each cubes will have two staff, secretariat staff in it, and then we have the council side with the team, and we also have another area where the transcribers are, but then mostly it's just where they set up the machines and all those things to transcribe the testimonies.
Were those the only departments that you recall or units rather?
I know we have securities underground. We also, I think those were from PIU. And also the drivers, but it's not like the drivers didn't have their own office. They are usually around. So yeah, those were the different sections.
The secretariat, was it broken down into further broken down into units? Or
No,
was the secretariat just one block?
yeah, it was just one secretary. They just partitioned into different
That's
units.
fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
What about, was there a unit called investigations?
Yeah, the investigation unit is under the council side. Not like one, but I was referring to them as just one. But they were investigators.
So they were reporting to council then?
I believe so.
You're not sure?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but yeah.
So when the first secretary left, Mr. Alhaji Mamadi Quran, did your role change
No,
anyway?
no.
You still continue to play more or less the same role?
Yeah.
And how would you describe the chain of communication between you, the secretary, and the commission? How would you communicate?
Okay, let me just say I report to the secretary, and the secretary reports to the commission. So I basically work under the secretary, which is the head of the secretariat, and then the secretary reports to the commission.
So you never once received any
But
instructions from, you never once received any instructions from anybody else but the secretary?
not directly.
Okay. And that continued in both secretaries' tenures, correct?
Yes.
Once Ms. Sar took over as secretary, what role did you play?
What role did I bear?
What? Yes.
I was doing the same role that I was doing before. I continue to help when the need arises. If there are assignments for me, the tasks are given to me, I execute them. I did not, I didn't do anything that I wasn't doing before.
All right. I wish to direct your mind to the testimony of your former superior, Ms. Ramatullah Issa.
Okay.
Ms. Sar has informed the committee that a meeting was held with yourself, Mr. Bojan, and the commissioners. At least those are the people that were present. Do you remember such a meeting?
Now, I never had any direct meeting with the commissioners. I don't recall me being in a meeting with Keba and the commissioners. No, that never happened.
Perhaps it was a visit to the chairperson's office, where you were instructed to go and undertake a certain exercise.
No,
So you maintain that at all times there was no reporting to the commissioners. You always reported to the secretary.
it's always through the factory.
Did you feel that the secretary was not fully informed of matters that you were dealing with?
Not to my knowledge, because anything that I was dealing with comes through the secretary. So the secretary is always aware of what's going on.
Be
Was
clear.
was
So to be clear, any activity that you carried out within at the commission rather was at the behest of the secretary.
yes,
Okay. She and he were at all times aware of all your activities. That
yes,
is from the tenure of Mr. Alhaji Mamadi Quran to the tenure of Mr. Ramatullah Issa.
that's correct.
Now, Ms. Saad had mentioned that the meeting was held to discuss an activity that would ensue sometime in October 2018,
Mhm.
where you would recall that you headed a team that went on to undertake some sales of tractors. How
That's
did that specific instruction come about?
after Kurang left, there was a post, and then when the commissioners decided that for the auction to resume, they had a meeting, which Mr. Sar was part of, because I got the instruction through Mr. Sar, like I always do through the secretary. So I never had any direct meeting with the. I don't have any direct reporting line to the commissioners.
So who had a meeting?
I'm saying since there is assuming that we had. I knew that there was a meeting, and I knew we received our instructions from Miss Sar. So Miss Sar had a meeting with them and gave us the instruction.
The instructions were verbal instructions from Ms. Sarah herself.
Yeah.
And those verbal instructions, were they later on uh, replaced by any written instructions or any supplementary information you were given?
No, I don't recall seeing anything written to that effect. I know we were instructed and told that we are being divided, like we have to lead a team to go and conduct and to be part of a team that they assign other team members to join us to go together and execute that particular task. And that's what I was told, and that's what other team members were told.
All right, then let's speak about what you were told.
Okay.
What did you understand your role in the tractor sales that were pending? What was your understanding of your role?
My understanding was that I was to lead the second team and be the ears and eyes of the commission on the ground, and ensure and also ensure that the release of sales documents are given to any buyer who bought an item during the auction, because that was something that you need to be able to get the equipment or whatever you
Can
bought.
you reiterate? Can you say that again? Sorry for the record.
Okay, my instructions, my understanding was I was to lead the second team. I was to be one of the team leaders to join other members to be on the ground, be the eyes and ears of the commission, and also have the sales release of sales document that buyers or bidders, the highest bidder, whoever won, should be issued. And that is the document plus the receipt that you should show the security in order to get the item or whatever you bought out of the property.
So that's what you were given. You were when they were orienting you on what to do on the ground, you were given such a document.
Yes.
And the title in that document would be Sale of Tractor.
Yeah.
Can you briefly describe that document for us?
Okay. Give me a minute. So the document says Commission of Inquiry, and it says issued under the Constitution of the Republic of the Gambia to inquire into the financial dealings, assets, etc. of the ex-president and his family members and close associates. That's just like the heading. Then it has sales. Um, it says by virtue of the powers vested in the commission to sell the vehicles belong under investigation, the commission through an order has sold, then they will put it has a space for the name. Two, Mr. Mrs. Miss, you put your name, of the place, the village, and then it will be signed by the commission, dated, then signed by a witness and the date, and it will also be signed by the buyer and the date, and it will be stamped.
And do you have these samples of these documents?
Yes, I have them. I just got one last night.
All right. I would ask that you submit all these documents to the committee.
Okay.
For the benefit of the high table, Honorable Chair, the witness is speaking of the sales forms that the committee has marked MOJ 8G3. However, you will note that the forms that are entailed in MOJ 8G3 are the forms that were filled out in the tenure of Mr. Alhaji Mahmoud Quran, the first secretary. The second phase of sales, I would still say that we don't have those documents before us. But Chair had made an order yesterday, and we hope to have those. And Honorable Chair, I would also make an application for the witness, Mr. Use those receipts. So your role, the synopsis you gave us is that you were to be the eyes and ears of the commission on the ground. That's correct?
Yes.
But you were also the designated team leader.
Yes.
And who designated you as the team leader? Who gave you this role?
The secretary. Like it was part of the task when I was briefed.
By the secretary,
Yeah.
Ms. Ramatulaksa.
Yes.
She briefed you on the role you are to play, and she assigned you as, or rather, she assigned you as the team leader and then briefed you on the role you are to.
Yes.
So, and what tasks did you personally perform during the sales?
During the sales, I was there to release those documents to buyers, like I said, and also um, work with the team and assist the team with whatever they need that I can provide.
And all right, I'll get to. How did you report back to the commission?
Well, when we were done, it's like a round thing. When we were done after the 5 days, we went back to the commission. We briefed the secretary and then put together the report, kind of summarize the activity, and then send it to the secretary.
So you compiled the report once you got back to town.
Yeah.
And what kind of a report was it? Was it a tabulated report, or was it a report, descriptive report that described how what occurred?
It has the descriptive part of it to explain what occurred and um, the total sum of everything. And then I believe we also compiled the list of tractors that we had.
Is that report submitted to the committee?
You mean this committee?
Yes.
The comprehensive report?
Is that the report you have submitted?
You have the report.
As part of your submissions?
No, not part of my submission.
So the report that you are speaking of is not before the committee, is it?
It's before the committee, because when I watched it and I saw that you have that report and that's what you were using to ask Ms. Sarr. So are you saying before the committee, like based on what I submitted?
Yes.
No, I did not submit that.
So it's not this report dated the 10th of October
It is.
2018.
It is. Oh, I did. I did. It was part of it, right? Yeah.
The report that you sent to the commissioners through the secretary,
Yeah.
or you copied the secretary.
Yeah. It's a UFS kind. True.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So is it the only report you produced after the sale?
The first sales. Yeah.
When you say the first sales, do you mean the tractor sales?
Yes.
And the second sales, you mean the vehicle sales? Okay. So aside from this report, was there like a tabulated report submitted to the
Yeah.
commission? Details out the buyer, the reserve price, the price it was bought, the vehicle type, etc.
Yeah, I believe so because I remember like we usually do that. We will put them because the item list was already there by the valuer. What we do is that we just make sure we have the sales price attached to it and the buyer. So I believe that it should be there.
You do remember seeing such a or developing such a report? Was it a report that you developed or
I believe so because since from the beginning of the sales is something that we did, like I did with Quran. So I still I have to believe that this one too has it. So I've been
and
trying,
go ahead. Sorry.
no, I've been trying to crack my brain to to get that, but still now I have the belief that it should be there. It should have the.
You do not have a copy of it.
I don't.
You have a strong inclination that it might
Yeah.
it was prepared. And if
Yes.
it were to be prepared, if we're speculating here and saying it was prepared,
Mhm.
it would be prepared by yourself and Mr. Bojan, correct?
Yeah, we are usually held by the secretary. Yeah, we of course we lead the thing, but we have a staff at the secretariat who help with the
So did the
type.
secretary help you in compiling the comprehensive report?
No, I say secretariat, not secretary.
Secretariat.
Yeah.
And do you sign your
Yeah.
do you sign your reports?
No, we just put I follow that I put from me or us and then to your first secretary and to I don't recall signing any.
Okay.
Mm.
You mentioned that the secretariat assists you in compiling the reports.
The secretary,
The secretariat.
you said?
You mentioned that members of the secretariat would help you
Mhm.
compile the report. You stand by that?
Yeah, will help us typing. Like if
Or
we
type.
yeah,
So that's the typist.
I don't call them typists, but
But were they, what I want to know is who in the secretariat helps you to compile the report?
I honestly cannot say a name like specific name because I know we work together most of the time. Some will help in photocopying things that we need. Some will help in typing. So I really cannot recall or say specific names in that regard.
But the assistance doesn't go to the content of the report, does it?
go through.
Do they help you with the content of the report?
No, we put the content.
So aside from the tractor auction,
Mm-hmm.
actually, who conducted the valuations of tractors and vehicles? Do you know?
No, I don't know them. Like I wasn't privy to that. I wasn't part of the valuation process, but I did receive the list when we were assigned.
Can you describe the list?
Yeah, the list has I did remember seeing at some point a comprehensive report stating the name of the tractor, like the seed numbers, whatever the condition, and then how the valued price and all that. But then the list that we were giving was a tabulated list of the names of tractors, where they are, the condition, and SASI number, I think SASI number they call it, and then the reserve price.
And that's what you would use then to proceed with the auction.
Yes.
And do you remember who conducted the auction?
The auction that
Yes.
for my team,
Yeah.
Mr. Janneh Kara.
Abubacarr.
Yes,
Would that be it?
yes,
Okay. Do you remember other members of your team?
yes. I was naming them yesterday. Let me see. I remembered some members of my team. Yeah. Um, I had like some staff from the vehicle control unit.
Can you list the members of your team
Okay.
and
Sure.
submit it to the investigators?
Okay, you want me later on?
Yes. Please
Okay.
compile, take your time and compile the names of persons who were in your team, and then I would, then, you would then submit it to the committee, the committee. However, if I could run down some names and then you will tell me whether they were in your team or not.
Mhm.
Of course, Ms. Fatou Drame was the head of the team, correct?
Yes,
Mr. Noah Joe
yes,
and Sumana Kebe,
yes.
Suleiman Dabo,
No.
Adam Ajayi,
Rama.
Adam Ajayi,
Oh, no.
Momodu Lamin Suso,
Mamadou Lamin Sifo. No.
Panjai,
Driver. No. Panja was not on my team.
Usman John,
Yes.
Ode Sonko,
For the Sonko, no.
Stevie Dabo,
Sidi Dabo. No. I don't have any Sidi Dabo. I don't remember. No.
Joe.
Abdurrahman Joe. No,
Yeah.
that's Oxina, no.
Alhaji Jallo,
DPS Jalo. That's PIU. No.
because you have confirmed Mr. Jambe.
Yeah.
What about Mr. Serif Sane?
Serif Sane. Serif Sane was team one. No, not me.
Sekou Jaju,
That was team one. No.
Momodu Dabo,
Mamadou Dabo. Mamadou Dabo. I don't recall Mamadou Dabo on my team. No.
okay, yes,
Did you adjust the list?
hold on. Okay. All right, it seems like we'll have to go over the exercise again. I would mention a name, and then you would let me know whether the name, the person is within the commission or from an institution outside the commission.
Okay, just to say whether it's within or outside.
Yes, whether they came from the MOJ or police, but if they were part of the commission, you don't need to tell us where they came. Just their origin would then be the commission.
Okay.
Prabhuche, I would also ask that perhaps you can look at the annex to RS 34. It will help to all right, let's begin. Mr. Bojan, commission, correct?
Okay.
Ms. Drame, commission, correct? Nuha Job,
Not commission.
where?
Vehicle control.
Office of the President. Ansumana Kebe,
Vehicle control officer.
to the Office of the President. Suleiman Dabo,
Office of the President. Vehicle control.
Adam Ajay,
Office of the President.
Modlamin Suso,
PIU. Let me confirm. Suso. Hold on. Mohamed Lamin Suso. Vehicle control. I believe so. Vehicle
to the
control.
Office of the President. Mr.
Yeah.
Panjai,
Panjai MOJ Justice.
the
But yeah,
all right.
commission.
Right. Yourself and Mr. Bojan, you were part of the commission,
Yes.
correct? And you both also came from the Ministry of Justice.
Correct.
All right. Mr. Panja, he was part of the commission. Did he also come from Ministry of Justice?
Yes.
What about Mr. Usman John?
Mr. Usman Jam, part of the commission, but Jam was not from our ministry.
Do you remember what ministry he was from?
No, I can't recall.
Mr. Fode Sonko.
For the Sonko too at the commission, but not from our ministry. Yeah, I cannot.
Do you recall what was Mr. Fode Sonko and Mr. Usman John? What were their roles?
The commission, they were drivers. They were both drivers.
Okay. What about Mr. Mustafa Abdul Rahman Joe, the auction, and Mr. Karabulai Jami?
They are all auctioneers. Auctioneers.
Private.
Yes, private influence.
Yes. Mr. Aliyu Alaji Jalo,
PIU.
Karim Bari,
PIU.
Sekou Jaju,
PIU.
Samba Kurubari,
PIU. I
and
think
Mr. Momodu Dabo.
PIU. I think Usman Jom was from GPA. Now that we are saying it's I think it's GPA, but not too sure. I can find out, but yeah, that's what I could remember.
All right. Do you recall generally how many members were in your team?
My team, yes. Hold on, let me count quickly. The ones I could remember: one, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9. It will be around 10. Not, I'm not really sure because I'm not certain about how many members from the PIU were there. Um, but it's around 10, 9, 10 staff or members.
Okay, so you had the auctioneer, you had yourself, and
Mm-hmm.
probably an assistant from the commission, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And then you had PIU officers.
And then
What
I
other
had
roles?
general staff.
Sorry?
I said,
Say that again?
and I had two staff from the accountant general.
And two staff from the accountant general's office. Do you know who those two staff are?
Yeah, I remember mom. One's name is mom, the other one is Seka. I don't, because that's how we call them. I was trying to remember the full name, but
So one of them is called Ma'am,
yes.
female, of course. And then the other one you refer to him as Seka,
Seka, yeah.
a male.
Yes.
All right. Describe for me the options of the tractors. When you get on the ground, you have your informatory slips that tells you what tractor, um, what it's valued for, what the condition is, and what the reserve price is. Yes, you have all that with you.
Yeah.
What then do you go on to describe that briefly?
Yeah. Just to say, Seka's first name is Amadou, I remember. Yeah. So the process of the auction, when I have the list at hand, that guides me on the ground. I have copies of the release of sales with me and other stationaries that I might need. And then we already have the auction advertised over the media. The public is aware of the venue, the time. Then we will then drive to the to the location, and then we have the auctioneer on the ground, and the auctioneer, and we have the accountant general staff there set up. And then I also set up a table with all the required the documentations, and also we have the PIU staffs around trying to guide. Then we have the public, and the auctioneer will start by talking to the public, introducing, telling what the mission is all about, and then will tell the auction about certain rules that he has with him, because he's appointed by the commissioners, and because of his work he knows how he does it. um, Once the auctioneer say all the rules, and then we'll start with using the list that the valuation list that he has, which I have a copy of. We will start with the list. So as it goes on to one item one, let's say Mahindra this and this, start with the price. The prices are always above the reserve price, and start with the price. Then they will start bidding. Like people will bid one going like this will pay this amount, that amount until no one comes higher. Then it will keep going once, twice, three times. Then they have the buyer, will identify the buyer, write the price on his own. I will write the price on my list that I have with me. And then once he settles with that buyer, then the buyer would staff would take the buyer to the cashiers, and then they will confirm the buyer's information, the amount that was agreed upon, the buyer will pay, and a receipt will be issued to the buyer, and then they'll come to me. I'll get the receipt, price on the receipt, compare that with what I have written from the what I had from the auction on the ground. I would then write the release of sales document for the buyer, and then I would have a copy with me. Buyer will sign, will have a witness sign, and then the buyer will get the document. Will get a copy of the release of sales and the original receipt that was issued by the accountants.
Okay. With regards to the tractors sales that you conducted,
Yes.
the tractors, where were they being stored? Or
The
or parked?
mostly they are stored at different police stations. In the event that I'm not sure whether it was one of the places in the rural areas. It wasn't a police station per se, but it's I think it's a government owned place. It's been a while, but then it's
Did
always
the governor's residence?
yes, yes, yeah. It's not a police station, but it's a residence. Yeah, governor's residence. That's correct.
And who was responsible for securing these items? Now, I can assume in the police stations, you assume that the commission would hand them over to the XO of the police or whoever is in charge.
I believe so.
And
Okay, sorry.
proceed.
Yeah, I believe so. The police stations, it will be the police, whoever is in charge, and then the governor's resident, of course, will be the governor or the head there.
Were you aware whether the commission actually purposefully gave these tractors to the persons in charge in the police station or the governor in the vicinity?
No, I can't speak to that because I did not take part in the identification of them. And when they were parking them and all that, I was not part of it. All I know is that when we were asked to do the auction, we go to this location where the tractors were because we had the staff of the vehicle control with us who helped us in identifying them.
And you had an incident where one of the tractors was moved, didn't you?
Yes.
Could
I
you
think
explain?
that was sorry.
Go on.
I was saying I think that was in around Pachar.
Yes, in Pacha, and
Pachar.
it was moved to Sapo, correct?
Yes.
How did that come about? Was it sanctioned by the commission?
No. So on the ground we went to the location that we were told they were at, and then we went there. They were not there. We were told that they were moved to Sapo because commission did not order that, and we were told that it was not. I think it was somewhere being stolen. Like the place was not secured enough because they realized that some of them were stolen, some parts were missing, so they had to transfer it to Sapo. That's what we were told.
And who made that call?
Them there, I right now don't know their names and stuff, but whoever was in charge there
What about the
told us.
designation? The
Mm.
designation.
The ones who
They-
were in charge.
Yes.
No, I really don't
We would
recall.
like to know who was
You would like to know who was
in charge
of
when
those stuff?
those. Yes.
I don't know because I was not the one who identified and hand them over to them. I really don't recall. I wasn't
Now,
privy to that.
since it was you who went on the field and noticed that they were moved, did
Mhm.
they account to you through perhaps a transfer record or some sort of document that would explain the inventory that you left in Pachar that has been moved to Sapo?
So the only inventory we had is the one that we went with on the ground, which had all the list of the tractors or the parts that were in Pachar, and it's the same list that we had to see as the option to see what's not there. So I could remember that, of course, like he said, when we were following the list, like the ones that were supposed to be in Pachar,
Who
and
said?
hmm?
You mentioned like he said. Who are you referring to?
The person that was in charge in Pachar, who who trans
Who received you? The
yeah,
person that received you.
yes, and the one who informed us about the transfer.
And was that person the governor, a farm manager? What was his portfolio?
I think he's like someone in charge of the place, because that place is not like a resident. I know I can't describe exactly. It's not like a resident, like a governor or someone, but it's like a person in place in charge of securing the place. So that I remember. And the place is like, you have to be in the grasses to access certain tractors where they were. So because they're in an open area, I don't know the designation of the person or the name, but we came to realize that some of those from the list that we had were missing.
Okay. And your team also had a reservation of 25 tractors.
Yes,
And they were all of the Mahindra make.
Mahindra, yeah.
Who decided on that reservation?
It was, I think I'm speculating. It was during the identification that they like the ones that were in a better conditions were reserved for the state. So it's not during the auction itself that it's reserved. It was already being identified. So
You know who identified it?
I'm assuming it will be the team that identify and packed all the tractors. I
And
can't
do you
say.
remember who was heading that team?
No, that wasn't done during my team. I was prior to our auction, so I don't know.
Okay. And how was that decision communicated to you?
To me,
Yes.
before leaving, we were told that staff, some of the we are auction, and some of those were reserved for the state, and on the ground, we have the team from the vehicle control unit, and they help in identifying some of those that are being reserved, and that's how we avoided auctioning those ones.
But you did keep a record of those that were reserved for the state, for state use.
Yes, because they were given to the state eventually. So I believe so.
Now, you have mentioned that there was indeed a report, a tabulated numeric report
Yeah, I believe so.
before this committee. And this committee had the pleasure of uh, questioning Mr. Keva Bojan as well, who confirms that he does recall such a numeric tabulated report. However, that report is not before this committee, so I will not be questioning you on the tractor sales for today. Unfortunately, we will have to schedule another date for you to return so that we can deal with tractor sales.
Um,
Just go on.
yeah, that's fine. I would like to communicate before you guys put the fixed date, as you know, I already have some work travel stuff, so it doesn't coincide with the day that I
That's
will.
fine. We will give you
Okay,
enough notice.
that's fine.
Okay, so perhaps what you can explain
Mhm.
committee now is, was there any sort of mechanism put in place to identify the persons in attendance at the auction of the tractors?
To know who are there?
Yes.
No, it
Like a
was
register. There was no register.
for the public. There was
Yes.
a register for the staff, but the public, no, because it's like it's an open bidding. And then it was advertised, and you have this mass crowd coming, following. You have some coming, some going in and out. So no,
So it
there
was very chaotic. That could not be practical.
not chaotic. I wouldn't say chaotic. It was organized because everyone listening. It's not like people are talking like everywhere, but it's a huge crowd and it's public. So we were not jotting names down of people who are coming in and going out or by. No, we didn't have that in place.
Okay. But what about a register of buyers themselves? Once people purchased items, were they were their details taken, their particulars?
Yeah, particular. I don't know which what you're referring exactly, but I know any buyer will go through the accountant general, of course, identify himself, and then we will have their names and where they're from, and then they will and their signatures, and and then we'll make sure we do not collect if you're referring to things like ID card copies or whatever personal documents. No,
So none of their names were taken, or
their names were of course taken because their names were we use their names to write the accountant generals write the receipt with their names, and then we also issued this with their names stamped to it. So
um, what about the ID numbers? Was that
ID card
collected?
numbers? No, I don't recall us collecting any ID card numbers.
See, I will just state that. You see, I'm asking these questions because that's very important to to identify who the buyers were. Yesterday in our session, it came to light that during the first team's exercise,
Mm-hmm.
headed by one Keba Bojan, your colleague,
Mm-hmm.
another Keba Bojan appeared in the auction and bought tractors. Now you see, in the absence of proper identification, ID card numbers, etc., the natural conclusion is that Mr. Keba Bojan bought property. Do you see the need to identify now? So that
Yeah,
these questions are not being asked in vain. And
yeah.
that's why I wish to know how the commission set up the auction system.
So the commission actually hired the auctioneer, and the auctioneer has its ways of doing auction. The commission makes sure that no one goes out with anything that is not being released by the commission, right? I cannot speak for the accountant general staffs that were taking the money if they are taking any identification numbers, which I believe not. But the commission did not like the contract. It they hired to do the auction, and the person was acting on the authority that he has to conduct that auction. Underground at that instance, we thought we did what we thought was necessary, and that is to make sure we have all these documents that we use, and then we also were continuing what we were doing. So I see what you're saying, and I see the importance and the need. But at the time, during the auction underground, we were also doing what we thought we supposed to do. But
That's fine. Let me further complicate matters and say, you see, once once a bidder been successful and has given the money and been and obtained a receipt, they come to you and you give them the sale receipt from the commission, correct?
Yeah, upon verifying the amount, the bidder,
Mhm.
because I will have the amount on my own personal record that I have. Yes.
My confusion now is how would the commission then transfer these properties to the respective buyers? Because without their details, you don't have their identification number, you only have their name, simplicity, and the amount they bought a product for. How would then somebody safeguard his, let's say I bought a G-Wagon, how would I then transfer that G-Wagon into my name without these particulars?
Well, I don't work does those area, but all I know is that everyone at a time knows that if they receive this, if they have their receipts in place and they have the release of sales of document from the commission with its detailed signatures and stamp and witnesses, they can use that to get the property. So, but what I can't speak to, like how it's been transferred, but that shows that they bought those things and they bought it from auction, and now and that it's them. So I don't know how those transfer ownership and all those things works. That's aside my role, but all I know is if you have this, then you can do that. If they have any complications or so, they come to the commission, then they would intervene, but we've not experienced such.
All right. Now, I wish to proceed to the vehicle sales and move away from the tractor sales, but the questions I'm about to ask you, please keep in mind whatever process ensued in the tractor sales. So,
Sure.
because there are general questions that will cut across both processes. But I will stop you at some point where I will wish to focus strictly on the vehicles.
Sure.
Now, you had mentioned that the Accountant General's office was present during the sales. Is that for both sales, both tractors and vehicles?
Yes.
What was your interaction with them during the handover of money, or did they handle all the money
Yeah.
that they handled all money and they're the ones who issued receipts?
Yeah.
Was there any interaction between you and them?
No, they have their responsibility to do, and responsibilities. I have mine. So only if
Responsibility.
Mhm.
Sorry, my
I'm
apologies.
saying only if there's something needed that, like I say, like on work basis or official, interactions. If there are anything needed, such they can ask me as I'm there to help assist. But no, I don't
And
have any
your role was basically to serve as a check on on everyone, including the accountant general's office.
check. What do you mean? Can you
By a
clarify?
check is if by the end of the day,
Mm.
it is you would know how much sales are made by the end of the day without making reference to any of the accountant general's documents, correct?
Yes, but going
You,
by what I have on my
yes, because you'll be making your own record of what amounts were being, items were being purchased of.
yes.
So would I would want to think that you were more of a supervisor to all the teams, including the accountant general's team. Was that the case?
I wouldn't I wouldn't say I was a supervisor because the auctioneer was directly appointed by the commissioners, and he has his power and his report. The way I was assigned to do and release the sale release of sales documents, that's the same way accountant general staff were assigned to come and do their part. And that's the same way other staff also were are assigned to come and work. I might be the ears and the eyes of the commission, but I don't oversee all of them because we are all giving um a responsibility or a tax to play. So I wouldn't, it wouldn't be fair for me to say I oversee all of them because that would give me too much power that I didn't have.
Okay. But at least, at the very least, you would be a point of reference to verify what the accountant general has as the total figure, correct?
Verify by who? Who call by who to verify?
By the commission. You were sent by the commission, right? It was a commission
Oh,
activity. So
yeah.
who reports to the commission with regards to the number? Is it the accountant general or is it you?
No, me.
It would be you. So
Yeah,
your figure would be a check naturally to the figure preferred by the accountant general's office.
yeah,
Yeah. And they were issuing out receipts. I
yeah.
would like to know whether they were making deposits daily.
That's a good question. That was the aim to make sure that every and that was I think I can remember instances where we tried to close at certain times so they make it to the bank. Um, I wouldn't be certain about how that was done, but the aim was to be considered daily. So I can speak. I think they will be in a better position to answer that. But then that was the aim that for them to at the end of the sale for them to be able to deposit the money.
And were deposit slips shown to you or the commission by the accountant general's office to verify that the
No,
funds were deposited?
I think a statement was submitted. No, deposit slips were not given to us. I don't remember.
You were mentioning statements. There was some sort of reconciliation, wasn't there? Did they submit statements to the commission?
Bank statement. Like at the end of the exercise, the commission had a bank statement.
And did the commission ever compare its records with the accountant general's deposits or statements?
Well, I believe so because they will want to know and check the exact money that I reported and what's deposited by the accountant general. But I can't speak for sure because I didn't do.
Okay. Now let's focus on the vehicle. Vehicles, who conducted the valuations for?
Um, I know there were valuers. I don't know how many, but I didn't take part in any valuation, so I don't want to speculate names or call names, but I know valuation was
But you
done.
were given a valuation report,
Pardon?
right?
Um, Mam
So,
Mambure.
go on.
Hmm?
I'm listening. You mentioned Mambure. Do you know another name?
No, I know they were different. I really can't tell, but um, I remember Mr. Mambure.
That was his last name,
Yeah.
Mr. Mambure.
Uh,
Could it be Mr. Momodu Kunta Mambure?
maybe.
Maybe you're not sure.
Mr. Mambure. First names. Yeah,
That's
it's
that's
nice.
fair enough. It's a professional environment, so
Yeah.
based on.
Yeah.
But you do remember Mr. Mambure as
Mm-hmm.
the as the valuer.
Yeah.
Okay. And how did you receive the report? Who gave you the reports?
Still, it's the same. It's through the secretary.
And that time the secretary was who?
The secretary was Miss Sar.
Miss Saad. So let's establish one thing. For both the tractor sales and the vehicle sales, your instructions emanated from Miss Saad. You did not have a separate meeting for the vehicle sales.
No.
Miss Saad at all times knew what you were doing and she knew when you would be going and when you would be returning, correct?
Yeah, when we come, we report back to her. We
And
brief.
before you leave, you take a briefing from her.
Yeah, the time when we come to the office, we brief, and then later on we write. We summarize the activities.
The auctioneer
Hmm.
in the sales of vehicles, was he privy to Mr. Mambure's valuation?
Yeah.
He was?
Yes, he was.
All right. Were any items sold below the valuation?
Yeah, there were some that were below the valuation price. Below the value. Yeah, valuation price. I guess that's correct.
Um, so there were several that were below the valuation price and some that were at par with the reserve price.
Yes. I wouldn't say several. Well, it depends on how much you quantify as several, but yeah, there was.
And who authorized this? Who authorized this sale? This sale?
So um when we had that instance where the auctioneer was trying to auction, and then we were not having buyers. We were not. It wasn't attracting buyers, and that is because when we got to the ground, the condition in which we found these vehicles and tractors. If we are focusing on vehicles, I say vehicles were very poor, to be honest. And then it was more of not more of let's say half of accident the vehicles were from accidents that occurred, and they were parked at the garages, and like let me say about 75% of them, the vehicles that were on the ground were cannibalized, and parts were missing. Like if you look at these reports or list, you see bands, you see this, but you go and see the conditions where that's why it was even said to be, most of them were said to be scrapped. And I put it in my reports because I saw it. So the first instant we found ourselves in that situation, we tried to reach out to the office. We tried for SAR for sure. We did not get, and the auction was supposed to go on. We contacted Commissioner Abbey to seek the commission's authorization to proceed, because the conditions that they were in, at least the auctioneer thought that the price that they were paying is worth selling, because better than, according to the auctioneer, better than leaving it there, because the commission was running up. We got that authorization, so that's why we sold, not we, sorry, the auctioneer sold that particular item to that person who paid that price. You're muted, sorry.
My apologies. I want to scrutinize that relationship a bit.
Sure.
You contacted Miss Sa.
Yes.
Of course, I'm assuming this was through a telephone call
Mm-hmm.
and she was unreachable.
Yep.
What made what made you think of Miss the Commissioner Abiosi George straight away? Why not the chair?
Well, okay, that's a good question. when um when I was working on the Quran, when Quran, the first accent, I was there when at one point he contacted, of course, the chair because he was the secretary. But well, feel like maybe I was just a lady. I don't know. I don't want to be gender whatever, but I could have called any for sure, but then I just called up Beyonce because there's no reason behind not calling anyone. I guess as a female, I just decided to go.
Yeah,
Nothing.
because what I'm trying to reconcile is your superior is Miss Ramatullah Sar, or
Mm-hmm.
was Miss Ramatullah Sar at the time.
Mm-hmm.
She would be the natural person to call. Yes, when she's a she's not available. I'm sure she was not the only person manning the secretariat at the time. In fact, if you leave it to her to tell the story, she in fact did not know anything that was going on in the secretariat. So I'm pretty sure that there were other people in the secretariat around at the time. Why not call them and try and grab her attention?
I thought that was the right thing to do since she's still gonna call the commissioners to get the authorization. And at that point in time, like we see us on the ground waiting for that authorization, putting the auction on hold, you know. Um, that's what came to my mind, and I thought that was the right thing to do since we were told that when we find ourselves in such instances, we get to the commission. So if the our direct report supervisor is not available,
Sorry. You were told that if you find yourself in a hiccup, you call the commission.
yes,
And who told you this?
it was part of the instruction given to us by the secretary, and that's the chain of command. So if the secretary is not available, we
Okay.
try to reach the authority to give us
So
the
Ms.
go.
Ramatullah start herself says, if I am not reachable, then
No,
you call
I
the.
didn't say that.
I'm trying to. That's what I'm trying to make it clear.
Yeah,
What did you say, Mr.
I'm trying to say what I was saying was the instructions that was given to us when we were going on site was if we are faced with any obstacles or hindrances or situations like that, we contact the commission, and that's what I did. We tried to reach out to
So,
our
but who told you this, Ms. Saad, right?
yeah.
That you should contact the commission if you have any.
Hmm.
Who did she mean when she said the
No,
commission? Nobody.
no, but that's her because we report to her. I wouldn't think she would name anybody else.
But it would be quite odd in conversation for
Mhm.
me, well, a conversation between two or three people to refer to the commission in the third person when you're
Okay.
trying to refer to yourself. I would
Well,
find that very odd.
it's yeah, you're entitled. It's okay to feel that way. But us in that like working with her and working in that situation, that was not odd to us at all. It's
It was
like
not odd that she referred to the commission in the third person.
yeah,
So who did
it's
you
like
understand as the contact person when you're faced with an issue?
we understand that we should call her.
And you did not understand how to be giving you the go ahead to contact the commissioners directly.
Say that again.
So you had mentioned that she
Mm-hmm.
said if you face any problems, contact the commission.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying that that is a very strange conversation because the commission is so vague.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the commissioners? Is it the drivers? Is it the security guard? Is it herself? And if she was referring to herself, I would assume in conversation she would say, please call me if you have any issues. But please call the commission would confuse me that if an
Well,
instruction like that was given to me. So what did you understand that to be?
well, I can only speculate that maybe that's the instruction given to her that if they face anything, let them call the commission. And she said, "Ah, that is not what happened. It's just me saying what I understood as how the organogram is. So I might be wrong, but that's my belief. And that's normal. That's to us, that's normal.
Right. It's what I'm trying to understand is when she mentioned the commission, did she mean the secretariat or did she mean the commissioners?
Of course, the commissioners, not the secretariat. You mean if
It's not that obvious because if a third party were told to contact the commission, is the secretariat they will contact. So that's why we just need to
okay, so
figure out.
maybe because I'm not a third party, let's say I am in the system and I know the system, and she knows that we work there. And then maybe this was what she got from up, that if they are faced with any of issues like that, they should
Can
contact
call
the
us
commission.
directly. Yeah.
They should
So
contact the commission. So I cannot say what that means, honestly, but that's what we understood.
okay, that's fine. What was your role on being signaled by the high table? Yes, Honorable Chair. I have a separate proposition. I can wind up in 30 minutes, and after the break, I'll leave it to the members. Just sure. Okay, Honorable Chair, Honorable Chair, another consideration has come to mind, but I would not want to put it on record officially on air. Can take a break. I believe this is a convenient. Oh, yes. Huh? Okay, Mr. Dame. 3 o'clock Gambian time, we will be back. So exactly an hour. We will be taking a break now.
10 to 1 hour. 10, yeah.
An hour from now, we'll be resuming.
Okay.
Okay.